while and do while. While executes only when the condition is true, but in the case of do while, the do while will execute at least once. That was the difference between a while and do while. This is one common interview question for a freshers. What is the difference between a while and a do while? The next question is, what happens if we put a semicolon after for? So can you guess me what is the output here? So let us see what is the output. So the output is 11. How it came? Actually what it has to do, this for loop has to print 10 times. But if we give a semicolon, means what exactly will happen is, it will loop an empty loop will be executed, and this was the program meaning will be changed like this. The empty loop will be executed here 10 times. Now what is the value after this loop? 11. So the output is 11. So this is the way how, if we give a semicolon, the for will executes. The for will execute an empty loop, but actual program is this. It has to print 1 to 10 numbers. And these type of questions will be asked in your objectives as a fresher. So remember this, while answering the question you have to be carefully check whether a semicolon was used before for or not. It doesn't give us any compile time error or any runtime error. The semicolon after for or while doesn't give any compile time error or runtime error. It will execute an empty loop. In the same way, while also executes an empty loop, but here there is no condition, right? So it will execute only once, and the output is, obviously it is 10, right? 10 is less than or equal to 1. It will execute this loop, and after that the statements will execute. So the output is, just run the program, and the output is here 10. Only it will execute as a single statement. That was the difference between giving a semicolon to a for and while. And the next interview question is, when we have to use for and when we have to use when we have to use while and when we have to use for loop. What is the difference between a for loop and a while loop? Logically both are same, for loop and while loop, but when we use this while means when we don't know how many type of iterations we have to do, then we go for a while loop. If we know a number of iterations, then we go for a for loop. For example, let me tell you one example. Here I have to run 10 times. So I know how many iterations it has to be performed. It has to perform 10 iterations, right? So then I will go for the for. If I don't know enough, I want to continue my loop until, so here we have a boolean is, right? Boolean b equal to true. I want to continue this loop until this b value become false. So I don't know how many iterations it will take, right? In such cases we go for the while loop. That was a thing when we have to choose for and choose while. For means if we know a number of iterations, then we go for the for. If we doesn't know the number of iterations, then we'll go for the while. Here in this case I don't know how many iterations it will take to become a b. Suppose here it is false, right? Until the b become false, I don't know how many iterations it has to take place. In such conditions we go for this while loop. This is one important question. And next, coming to the transfer statements. Transfer statements, we have a break and a continue, right? What is the difference between a break and a continue? Break means if I am using here break, see, let us assume if I equal to 5, then I am saying as a break. So if break, what will happen? What is the output? So when the I value become 5, it will completely come out of the loop. It will break the loop and it will come out of the loop. So the output will, so let us see the output of this program. So run the program, and sorry, I haven't used, why I got nothing? Because I didn't print any statements here. That's why I got an empty output. Where is the println statements? Whatever you want to print, we have to write in a println statement, right? I forgot to write this println statement, so output is nothing. Now again run the program, and let us see the output. The output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm saying that I equal to 5 means I'm breaking that. Means it will come out of the loop. So the output is, because here I'm printing the statement before the condition. So 5 was, if I print the statement after the if statement, then 5 won't come. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a break, means it will completely comes out of the loop. What happens if I use continue inside a loop? Continue statement inside it. Continue means it will skip only that particular iteration. If I equal to 5 means it will skip that 5th iteration. Again it will go up and it will continue with the 6th iteration. So here the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let us see the output. Run the program and check out. Here 5 is not there. Here continue means we are skipping that particular iteration only. Break means we are completely out of a loop. This is the use of break and continue. These type of interview questions will be asked as a fresher. What is a break and what will happen if you use a continue and a loop statements. These are the sum of interview questions in this flow controls topic.